Welcome everybody, this is Steven, your real anime sensei, and I am walking to a Spartan Super. Duffy's recording me. As you'll remember, a few months ago we did the Spartan Sprint together, but I am running this one solo. This is us checking out the map here, checking out all the obstacles that we're going to have to do. They had a sprint here the day before, so this is a pre-run on course. And then we've got this 8-mile super here with all of the obstacles on it. There was a lot fewer people here than I anticipated there being. There was a lot of people at the sprint, and the last time I did the beast there was a fair amount of people too. I'm very surprised at how small this event was compared, and I think that's probably just because they had the sprint the day before. I think it's about time to get ready and get changed and get going.
How do you feel?
Nervous.
You feel nervous?
Yes, I'm always nervous no matter what.
Okay, well, do you have water?
It could be like a 1 mile fun run kid thing, and I'd be like, ah!
Butterflies in the stomach.
I don't know why. I literally have no idea why my body is like this.
Well, you did the sprint just fine. With me lagging behind.
Shoot, I've done the Spartan Beast before, so I mean, but that's not the issue.
You gotta take a look at the list of obstacles you're gonna be doing. How's that? You confident?
I mean, it's not anything I wasn't expecting. There's a couple stuff I don't know what it is.
Okay.
So we'll just see, I guess.
So you'll let us know at the end of the race, but how many obstacles do you think you're gonna have to skip?
Maybe I might skip or fail.
Right. Okay. So how many ones do you think you'll have to do?
Okay. So that stupid one that's like the wall that you have to traverse sideways. I always fall off that one because of the muddy shoes. But it's not super muddy out here today, so I'm thinking maybe I can get away with not doing it this time. And then probably the spear throw, because my aim is atrocious. So I'll probably kill somebody on the other side of one of the haystacks, and then I'll have to do 60 burpees instead because I killed somebody. So
that's how law enforcement works at these things.
That's how yeah, exactly.
30 burpees per murder.
But other than that, I mean, maybe I might fall on one of the monkey thing where you have to go across the rings and reach it. Just if I mistime it or something like that, I shouldn't have any issue with the grip, or anything like that. But
so just 3? You think 3, maybe 4?
I mean, I'm gonna say 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do 150 burpees by the end of this thing.
All right. Well, you let us know how many you wind up having to do that with.
I'll probably lose count. How many burpees did you do? Doesn't matter. It was a lot.
So you can see here I'm walking up toward the corral. I'm going to warm up here in just a minute to get ready. I am wearing the GoPro and the backpack that I have, but that backpack was not a good idea. I should have gotten something a little bit different. Probably need to get a camelback for the beast itself so that I have a little bit more hydration and some places to store the gels.
Flex those numbers.
They're numbers.
It was a good year.
This is a number. This is a number. This is also a number. But
that is a letter.
This could be a letter. You do not know.
Once I was actually walking up into the corral and being in the corral, I could really feel my nerves start to hit me. And that's not because I'm necessarily afraid of anything. It's just because no matter what, I always feel my nerves before an event. And so I'm trying not to think about it too much. I'm trying to just go over all the stuff in my head and then get ready to actually do the event.
That's beautiful. Oh man. If one person falls.
Well, I was gonna say, what if the person in front of you falls?
Radioactive. Holy crap.
As soon as I saw this obstacle, I was like, no, I have to get this footage. So I turned that GoPro on and I immediately started recording. I was a little freaked out. I did not expect there to be such a sheer cliff, but it was crazy climbing this thing. Honestly, it was one of my favorite things about the race. I loved it, and I am hopeful that there's going to be footage like this in the next one.
Top now, come on. Well, you've done like 97 feet. You're done. Good job, man.
Holy moly.
All right, guys, let's go over here. We're going to take.
I anticipated being not so good at the spear throw.
So bad.
So since I'm deciding to do more Spartan races just for the heck of it, I should probably get a little more practice throwing a spear because I don't want to do any more burpees. This obstacle I did not anticipate failing on. It's the only other one that I failed on beside the spear throw, and it was mainly just because the rope was so slippery I couldn't hold on to it. And I just didn't want to waste any more time, so I just did burpees. I didn't know how my grip would hold out on this kind of stuff, especially after I had just done the rope with the bag on it and I'd wasted so much time. But honestly, it wasn't a really big deal at all. I feel like I could hold on to it forever, and I'm going to say that that's largely due to the fact that I do all those weighted pull-ups. I mean, I saw this guy next to me, and he was pretty much struggling the whole time. He ended up falling off, and I was just like, oh wow, this isn't that bad. I sort of feel like a monkey. Okay, so we got in this water. This water was really, really cold, and it was a lot colder than I anticipated being, and I'm not looking forward to the beast in a couple of weeks, because that means it's going to be in November and there's going to be water and it's going to be really cold.
Ooh, that's cool.
All this water makes me want to pee now.
Jack, never, you had to say something.
Oh, you didn't go back there? Because, you know.
Woo! Feel like a Ninja Turtle.
The pacing was a little weird sometimes, you know, because you have to stop and do all of the obstacles, and so you never know really quite how fast you're going, so where you're at, unless they tell you, is sort of just guesswork.
Are we supposed to go this way?
My favorite part of this course was just the wide variety of sights and scenes that we got to run through. This tunnel and the sheer cliff and some of the rock faces, just absolutely amazing. So I was worried about falling on the Z-wall, and I remembered that as I was on the Z-wall, so I had to reach up, turn on the GoPro in the middle of the Z-wall, and I was like, well, I hope I don't fall. Well, it turns out all the grip training I've been doing, even if my foot slips, apparently my hands are just stuck in place. So I probably could have done this without even using my feet, which is pretty awesome. So I got all the way across and rang that bell, and it wasn't a big deal at all. This barbed wire crawl was a little crazy because it was like on the side of a hill, so the whole time, even though you're going forward, you're having to go sideways and down and then up, and it was not at all easy to crawl through because you had to worry about falling down the hill and falling on somebody. I was actually pretty nervous about this one because I don't know that I've ever done it before, and having my feet up on the wall seemed like sort of a weird thing. But honestly, once I got up there, once again, the grip was not even a problem. I was grabbing onto every handhold that was there like it wasn't even a big deal. And even though most of the people said that they were having difficulty with the rock holding grips, I had no problem at all. At one point, we had to cross over a road to complete the race, and we had to do it pretty early on, and then it wrapped back around and we had to do it again. This is the second portion, and we're getting pretty close to the end of the race at this point. And to be honest, I'm not that tired. Like, I could feel that my body had been through an event, and I had been moving for, close to 3 hours. But I really wasn't feeling bad at all. And so what happened next is sort of surprising.
You're recording? Okay, so I actually don't feel bad after the super. I'm not particularly tired. But hypoglycemia really screwed me. I stopped. I ate a banana. I drank a Fit Aid. I drank like half of a body armor. I am still this close to like being locked up, about to go to the hospital, state because of my sugar. I'm slowly recovering. I'm drinking orange juice right now. I ordered almost all the food that I could possibly think of ordering. At this, I ordered this and an extra waffle and everything that I could possibly think of to put in these hash browns. And I don't even know if I can eat all of it. I just wanted it. And so, yeah, that's what happens when I crash super hard. You can see my hands are shaking. I couldn't, when we came in here, I couldn't even open the door. I couldn't open my hands. I said, Duffy, you gotta open the door for me. I can't open it. So I learned that for the beast, I'm probably gonna have to carry a few more gels because apparently that is not enough carbs to get me through, because I super crashed as soon as I stopped. I'm really upset too because like I said, I'm not even tired. I just like so crashy. Feeling actually a little better right now. I seem like I'm doing better. Do I seem like I'm doing better, Duffy?
A little bit.
I feel like I can at least sit up now. Like a little bit ago, I couldn't.
Oh no,
even
you
sit
were
up.
you were convulsing. Like it looked like you were escaped
Yeah,
mental
I haven't
patient.
crashed this bad in literally 10 years, and that was after probably a really bad workout. I was with a buddy of mine, and I was driving us home from the gym, and my fingers locked up, and I had this completely, like, he had to get out. He picked me up, he's a power lifter, big ass dude, threw me in the back seat, drove me home, carried my ass up the stairs, and put me in our apartment, and he put 2 scoops of protein and some oatmeal in a blender and just like, and he was like, hand it to me and drink it. I was like, fine, drink it. He literally saved my life that day because if he hadn't been there, I would have been on the side of the road crashing and probably would have gone into a coma of some sort. So, Dale, if you're watching this, I will tag you. You literally saved my life that day, and honestly, if I had come alone to this, I don't know that I would be okay either. So I'm very thankful that Duffy was here. All right, I will touch bases with you again later after I recover all the way and have the ability for rational thought.
Yeah, so I sort of almost died at that Spartan race. And what was crazy is that, like I said, I wasn't really that tired. I ran the whole race. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't feel any more difficult than my long run. But whenever I stopped and just stopped moving, and I guess like my adrenaline was gone and everything, I crashed super hard. And I was really surprised that I crashed as hard as I did. I was really thankful for Duffy being there, and so, I guess that's just something that I got to learn about myself. I got to make sure that I have enough carbohydrates to get me through a race, and then make sure that I have a good setup for following the race, because after the race was when it really hit me. So in the next couple of weeks, we've got the Spartan Beast in Spartanburg, which is funny. So if you are in the upstate of South Carolina, you're welcome to come check that out and hang out and spectate and do whatever, or just, I don't know if they still have slots open, but you can do the event too. It's 13 miles of obstacles, and that should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to beat my previous time, which I don't remember what it is. I think it's like 4 hours and 30-something minutes. But that was a completely different course too. That one was in Winsboro, which is another place in South Carolina. But hopefully this one should be just as much fun as the one I did. I hope that it's not super cold. I had this weird moment where I thought I was going to be running in like 40-degree weather, but I was just looking in the wrong place. I think it's going to end up being like 68 or something like that, which is not too bad. And if this all sounds very interesting to you, or if you're just looking to get in better shape, we do have some free training resources in the description below. If you'll click that link and give us your email, we will send that to you as quickly as possible. And I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time, good luck and train hard.